Alright guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, gonna go over a story titled, My Wife Cheated and Manipulated Our Kids. I Don't Know What to Do. And guys, this is a story about a guy who makes a darn good living and sometimes has to do some traveling abroad, sometimes being away from his family for a few weeks or a month at a time. And basically this guy comes back from his business trip to find a whole different environment when he comes home with his kids and wife and all that. And lo and behold, one thing leads to another, and finds out that while he's been going away, working to provide a good living, guess what? She's having something going on with somebody else. She's having an affair, okay? And as I get into this, when you see her reasoning behind this after all the waterworks, it'll be the classic excuse for a situation like this. Fortunately, this guy says, that's it, we're done. I want a divorce. And then you're going to see what happens and the type of crap she pulls, and also with the kids. And this is a perfect example, guys, to show you that where even though you could be busting your ass trying to provide a nice living for your family, the thanks some guys can get for their actions. I mean, you cannot make them happy at all. You know, some of the women, when guys are driven, ambitious, that take care of things, bring in the money, but they're gone a lot, and then they're pissed off they're never around. Okay, so it's a story just to let you guys understand what can happen. Starts off, me, a 34-year-old male, and my wife, a 33-year-old female, have been married for 11 years. We have 2 children together, a 10-year-old boy and an 11-year-old girl. We were together for 15 years. So doing the math here, they've been married for 11 years. So he got married when he was 23, and she was married when she was 22. And they've been together for 15 years, like dating or whatever. That means that, let's see, do the math, they've been dating since she was 18 and he was 19, okay? Basically, high school or probably like college sweethearts, okay? They got married way too young. I've told you guys many times, people that do get married, they get married too damn young, okay? For a guy, you gotta wait till you're 30 years old. Get a lot of life experience, focus on your goals, your purpose, all that. Sleep with a bunch of women, get some experience in all areas of your life. And then by 30, if you want to do it, at least you've learned a lot at that point. But probably by then, you won't do it anyway because you've learned a hell of a lot. But these stories happen all the time, but these stories especially happen when people get married too young. He says, I earn a decent living and I earn up to $400,000 to $500,000 a year. That's awesome. But at times, I have to do projects which require traveling. Our marriage was good with several ups and downs. So he thinks. In October 2019, I had to travel to Europe for work. I stayed there for a month. When I got back from the work, everybody was a bit distant and cold towards me. They didn't come to receive me at the airport, and I had to call an Uber. Well, that's disrespectful and rude. They ignored my talks and only communicated with me when necessary. I had doubts, so I asked my daughter, why is she acting rude towards me? She just said, hope you had fun at your business trip. Obviously in a rude way. And here's the thing. This already says something about this guy. He asked his daughter, why are you acting rude towards me? If I was away on business for a month and I come back home and everybody's being quiet and cold, if I had a family and I've been gone for a month working to help provide a very nice life, their asses better be at the airport with a damn sign and giving me a hug and a kiss and all that and taking me home. If that doesn't happen, there's an issue. And if I come home and they're being rude to me, I'm not just going to say, why are you being rude to me? I'm going to say, what the fuck is your problem? Don't give me that shit. So this guy shouldn't be tolerating this at all. But obviously something's going on. He says here, this was out of her character. A few days pass and I'm confused about the situation. I asked my wife multiple times about their behavior. She always said they're tired of a long day at school. Yeah, bullshit. One night, I was checking my email from our family iMac. As I was finishing my work, I noticed that my wife's account is logged in. I thought of opening messages. I saw that one of her colleagues was on the top. I opened the conversation and scrolled through the entire page, seeing their flirting, sexting, and exchanging nudes. They planned on meeting at hotels. Apparently, she had ended things with him because she was feeling too guilty about it. Well, that's a nice thank you for all the work he's done and the money he provides for the family. I mean, $400,000 to $500,000 a year. Believe me, they're living very, very, very well. Okay, and he's gone for a month at a time. I confronted her. She cried and begged me to give her another chance. Always when they get caught, it is the waterworks. It is the Niagara Falls. Every time. Then why'd you do it in the first place? I had anger issues in my past, so I simply took a drive to my brother's house and spent the night there. Next day when I came home, the kids are already gone to school. She asked me to sit down on the couch to talk. She said she was feeling alone at the time, and he apparently made her feel special. Translation: you're always gone, you're always working, no one's there to talk to me, no one's there to give me attention, therefore I need to get someplace else. Meanwhile, if this guy had a regular job and wasn't making a lot of money, she'd be mad because he wasn't bringing enough money. Even if he was there to give her a lot of attention and love and all that. You can't win. It's unbelievable. This is why, guys, that if you're going to do marriage or serious relationships, understand this, that if you are busy on your purpose and all that, you got to find a way to make time for them. Because if you don't, this is the type of crap that's going to happen. If for those of you that don't care, for those of you that are just, you're focusing on yourself, your life, your goals, your businesses, whatever it happens to be, and you're just doing casual hookups, you could truly take them or leave them, you have a rotation of girls or whatever the hell it is, then who cares? Don't worry about it. But if you are into relationships, guys, no matter how busy you are, you've got to make time for them. And even though they ought to know darn well what's going on, you're busting your butt for them, for the family, you still got to take them out, even if you're tired and worn out, and do all those things. Otherwise, this is the type of crap that could eventually happen. Okay, I'm not justifying. Let me make this clear. I'm not giving them a free pass for this type of behavior. I'm just telling you how it is. That's it. I asked her about the timeline, and she said that if she lied, I would give her a divorce. She told me every detail. She had sex with him once at the end of the affair. Yeah, I don't buy that. She felt disgusted afterwards. She said she had too much guilt and ended things with him. How do you know she didn't leave that on the computer for him to see, making him think that she ended it on purpose? I told her that I would divorce her. I contacted my lawyer and told him to start preparing the papers, as we had a prenup signed, so divorce was an easy option. Well, so he thought. I went to my room and opened my Mac to collect some proof of her infidelity. To my surprise, she had deleted it all. The next day, she threatened me not to divorce her or she will take away our kids. She told them in the beginning of my work trip that I had an affair and had gone to see my girlfriend when in reality I had gone for work. Unbelievable. She made fake conversations of me and the other girl. She also told them that I would leave them alone on the streets to be with my girlfriend. She had manipulated them so much that they were convinced that I was the bad guy. In our country, if parents get a divorce, then the custody of children would be given to the parent by the kid's choice. Well, that's interesting. I'd like to know what country that was. How nice, huh? Again, he's busting his butt, bringing home a damn good income, providing well, going away, and not only is she cheating, but then she convinces the kids that he's having an affair. And you know what? She probably knew darn well he was going to find out. She probably set that up on purpose. Because why would she then go in advance and tell the kids that he was having an affair and he was going to leave them and all this stuff? Crazy. I was helpless at this point. I canceled the divorce and proceeded to reconcile. Big mistake. Big mistake, big mistake, big mistake. Because now she owns your ass. And do you think this guy is going to get any respect from her and good treatment from her or the kids when she knows she's got him? No. And you're going to see what I'm talking about here. It's almost been a year that I'm going through this shit. My kids don't respect me like they used to. They don't show affection. My wife has been keeping the secret from my children. She also has been treating me like crap. Our bedroom is dead, and I haven't had sex in 7 to 8 months. Well, no shit, dude. Okay? She got you. She owns you. This guy should have ended it. And then tried to reconcile with the kids, explain what happened as best he could. You know, he said they were 10 and 11. And moved on with his divorce. Instead, he's staying there in this miserable situation. She treats him with no respect. The kids treat him with no respect. Obviously, no sex. And he's stuck there. Well, in his mind, he's stuck. He's not stuck. He needs to end it and move the hell on. This is freaking crazy. Because of all the stress at home, I stay out most of the time. I go home only to sleep, and I only go home to sleep at night. This led to an emotional connection with one of my colleagues for the past month. She is also divorced. Her husband cheated on her and left her for another girl in another continent. We have long talking sessions, dinners, and movie nights. I have been deprived of love and affection at my own home. I have told my wife to start showing affection. I try to kiss her, hug her, but I'm always turned down. Why would you want to kiss her? Why would you want to hug her after what she did? First the affair, but then what she did with the kids? How could you want to hug someone or kiss someone like that? I mean, this guy must be really dying for some ass. But of course she's going to turn him down, because in her eyes he's pathetic that he went along with this. Last week I got intimate with my colleague. This was the first time having sex. It was 9 to 10 months. It was the best sex of my life. Well, if you're starving and you don't have any food and somebody gives you a pretzel, that's going to be the best food you ever had in your life. So, of course, it was the best sex in the world in his life with this woman, because he'd been just, built up for 9 to 10 months. I've come here looking for advice. Should I divorce my wife and be with my colleague, or should I just live this double life? I've never been loved or appreciated in my home, but my colleague appreciates everything I do for her. If I leave my family, then my kids will think their mom's claim were right. I will be the bad guy in their eyes. Excuse me, guys. I will be the bad guy in the eyes of my kids for life. Any advice? Yeah, here's some advice. It sucks what happened. You were obviously a great dad, doing what you could to provide your family, but you pulled this shit, okay? So you need to get out of this situation. That would be my advice to him or any other guy that's remotely in this situation. Get out. File divorce papers, and as best possible, sit down and talk to your kids and tell what happened. Unfortunately, after a year of this, they're probably not going to believe it anymore. If he would have told them right away and said, that's not true, she's lying, I love you, I want you to come live with me, then maybe he'd have a chance. But now it's been a year, the odds are they're going to believe her, mommy dearest, and go live with her, okay? Which would be awful, but this guy can't stay in a situation like this, okay? No respect from his wife, obviously no sex, none of that stuff, no love, nothing. No, there's no trust, there's nothing good to stay in this situation, and the kids treat him like crap anyway, all right? And I get he's obviously really desperate and confused and know what to do, but ultimately God has some self-respect here. So I would say this guy, end the situation, proceed with the divorce, and really try your best with the kids. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You can try later on throughout their lives when they get older, more mature, and go from there. That's the best this guy can do, all right? And it really sucks. But again, guys, this is the type of shit you can potentially expect if you do get married, okay? I tell you all the time, don't do it. Not in this day and age, especially when, the deck is stacked against you. This woman here can make out like a bandit in the divorce. I don't know what country he's in, but the odds are she could. And this guy did everything right. This is the type of shit you can expect. So if you're going to get married, guys, you better do your homework on who you're getting involved with, okay? Really, if you got to hire a PI or whatever the hell it is, you got to do it. Find everything else about her and really, and prenups and the whole 9 yards, okay? But this is what can happen. Does it happen every time? No. But this can happen, all right? It's not worth it. So anyway, guys, that'll be an interesting story to show you. That is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.